Hey guys, this is X, and in today's video, I thought I would talk about the latest DLC for Elder Scrolls Online called the Dark Brotherhood. This is going to be a short video. I'm going to tell you some of the my impressions of it so far, some of the cool stuff that you can actually do in the DLC. Just basically give you enough information where you can make an informed decision on whether or not you want to purchase this. Um, One of the cool things I like about it so far is the ability to use poisons. Now, you can either find poisons, you can buy poisons, or you can make poisons. Now, when I found out you can make poisons, I was kind of under the impression from the information I got that that it was going to be something separate from alchemy, but it really isn't. Instead of using water, you use oil. So basically, what you're doing is you're combining oils with plants to make, various types of poisons, much like you would use water with plants to make like health potions, stamina potions, so on and so forth. But once you have your poisons, it will be listed in your inventory, and it'll be right below your weapon sets. Now, in order to use your poisons, you just tap select, uh, do your little action button, equip it, and if you go to your weapon sets, which I'm dual wielding right here, you can actually see that are applied to both of them. Now, I will warn you that when you apply poisons to magical weapons, it will cancel out the magic temporarily until the poisons wear off. So once the poisons wear off, your magic is going to come back. Um, Another thing I was kind of curious about that I brought up, I think, in a couple videos ago, was the skill tree. Now, the Nightblade has the Assassination skill line. And I was kind of curious, with the Dark Brotherhood, it's like, okay, is this going to be something that replaces the Assassination skill tree, or is it going to be something that works in conjunction with it? Well, it turns out it's actually something that actually works with it. If you go, you can still use your Assassination skill tree, but if you go down to the guild skills and bring it up, you see that like pretty much everything there is passive abilities, which means you do not have to put them in an ability bar. You have the Blade of Woe, which is going to be one of the major things that you're going to be using quite a bit. Uh, and I will go more into it about it here in a couple of seconds. But you also have other stuff like Scales of Pitiless Justice, like bounty heat resulting from witnessing a murder and soldiers reduced by 20%, and so on and so forth. Just stuff that will really help you uh, as an assassin. Um, but going back, we're going to talk about the Blade of Woe. Uh, and the Blade of Woe is a weapon that will magically appear when you need it. So it's not going to be in your inventory. Um, and I will tell you, like, well, you can see from the description, it says experience from this target is reduced by 75%. Uh, so don't count on it. You getting like a lot of experience for doing all this stuff. Another thing is it will not work on everything. It won't work on guards. It won't work on like a lot of the monsters. It'll work on your contracts, of course, and maybe and like quite a bit of his lackeys, or any of like the normal, just like the normal people running around doing stuff like sweeping or maybe selling stuff, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go and see if I can find somebody to assassinate to give you an idea of what it looks like. Hopefully somebody a little bit isolated, that way I won't get maimed by a guard if they happen to see me commit the crime. I think there's one at the end of this, like a Khajiit that's sweeping or something. And if he's still there, I'm going to try to take him out. Let's see. He should be right there, this building right here. Okay, there he is. Unless somebody's already killed him. And it kind of, oh, there he is. So So what you want to do is you want to crouch, and you want to sneak as though you're like you're trying to pick a pocket. And when you get close enough to him, it's going to give you an option to not only pick his pocket, but to use the Blaze of Woe. So here I am. I'm going to sneak a little bit closer. Just a hair bit closer. And now I can use it. And you just basically pick the stuff up he has on him. The cool part about that is that you get several different animations with that. So it's not always going to be like throwing a knife and hitting him in the back. You know, you're just going to get different animations for it. But that was all I really wanted to cover as far as that goes. My overall impressions of the DLC so far, not counting the skill stuff, which I like. You know, you're gonna be able to get contracts from the Dark Brotherhood, and the first one I tell you is long. it's a long and drawn out, but in a good way, mission. And you're also going to be able to get some repeatable contracts from a bulletin board. I can't remember where it's at right off the top of my head, but if you're looking to grind the same mission and get some more loot, you can by doing that. The only downside that I have had with the DLC so far, the first 2 days that I started playing it, the frame rate was terrible. And I'm not for sure really what caused it. I don't know if it was just due to the fact that there was like a massive amount of people on here at the same time. I don't really know. But it was just really terrible. And out of all the DLC that I've bought and played, I've never had problems with frame rate. This was the only one I had problems with. But here, I guess the past couple days, it's been fine. I mean, there's been a teeny bit of frame rate issues, but not bad. So by the time you buy this, I would imagine that there's going to be next to no issues whatsoever on it. So you don't have to really worry about anything about it. Another good part about this is, let me pull this out a bit, is the land is actually pretty damn huge. It's actually bigger than the Thieves Guild DLC. Not as big as Orsinium, but somewhere in the middle between the Thieves Guild and Orsinium. So you still got quite a bit of land to discover. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have any sort of questions about the Dark Brotherhood or any of the other DLC, just leave a question in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. But anyway, that's all for now, guys. Take care. See you guys soon.